Decision in Arizona border activists trial now with jury. Tucson, Arizona. U jurors in the Scott Warren, 36, the longtime border activist, was arrested in January 2018 at a building north of the U.S.-Mexico border. The jury's decision could have wide-ranging implications for the humanitarian aid groups, who say their work has been increasingly under attack since President Donald Trump took office. Several hours after Warren, who is also a geography teacher, is one of 9 members of the Arizona-based group No More Deaths who have been criminally charged for their work on the border, although he is the only one to face felony counts. The organization, but what Warren did was beyond all that, prosecutors said. They said Warren plotted with another immigration activist to help the Central American men evade authorities and make their way north after crossing the border illegally. Wright argues that pictures the 2 men took with one of their phones showing them smiling and cooking prove they were never sick or injured. Warren says he was fulfilling his duty as a humanitarian to help the men, who were dehydrated, tired and had blistered feet. He called a doctor. 4 days later, Warren says he came back to the camp and helped give the men directions so they wouldn't get lost on their way north. The government said his attorney, Greg Kuykendall, said prosecutors haven't shown any real evidence that Warren did anything more than help 2 men who requested it.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.